I made it. Woo! Type one thing in the chat that you are grateful for on today. I am grateful that I made it. When I tell you I'm so grateful, I barely made it out of Tuesday, y'all. When I say I barely made it out of Tuesday, go ahead, like, share, tag 3 people if you're coming on. This is Lady LaRonna Phelps. Woo! Child, I didn't think I was going to make it out of Tuesday, but I made it out of Tuesday. Type one thing in the chat that you are grateful for. I am grateful that I made it out of Tuesday. Go ahead, like, share, tag 3 people. When I say I am grateful that I made it out of Tuesday, I almost didn't make it out of Tuesday. For those that know what I'm talking about, the mother of nature was mothering. Come on, somebody. And I had to listen to my body and take a rest. Go ahead, like, share, tag 3 people. Sometimes you got to listen to your body and take a rest. Go ahead, like, share, tag 3 people. Let them know that the provoker is on. I'm just grateful. When I tell you, I came on earlier, you all, but I took the live down from earlier. And I was talking about how my heart was just filled with gratitude on today. When I say so much gratitude, so much, God, I thank you. God, I appreciate you. God, you are so faithful. God, I thank you for showing up in the midst of everything. God, I thank you for being my peace. I thank you for being my joy. It was just that type of gratefulness that was flowing literally through my whole being, through my soul, through my heart, through my mind. Are you grateful on today? Chat, put one thing in the chat that you give God thanks for on today. Mine is I made it out of Tuesday, y'all. I'm so serious. The mother of nature was mothering. For those who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But I made it out of Tuesday, and today I woke up with such I know you like, well, what happened on Wednesday? Wednesday we was all right, but I made it out of Tuesday. Tuesday, it was bumpy. Woo! Have you ever been in a bumpy place? It was bumpy. If you know what I'm talking about, I need you to put it in the chat, Lady Phelps. I know what you talking about. It was bumpy on Tuesday. When you realigning, refocusing, restructuring things, you're going to run into some bumpy patches. And Tuesday, it was a bumpy patch for me. And the mother of all nature, Mother Nature, didn't come to play with me. So it made the ride a little bit more bumpier. But I dare you to put it in the chat. I'm built for bumpy rides. Woo! I felt that for myself. I said I am built for bumpy rides, baby. You know, sometimes when I say I'm taking a rest or I'm resetting or something like that, you'll get inboxes of concern, and I get it. I appreciate every encouraging inbox, every text message that come my way. But let me just say something from the seat of the provoker, Lady LaRonna Phelps. For those that don't know me, I am the wife of Bishop Phelps. And some, women get all tripped up on that part. Why she got to introduce herself and say she the wife of Bishop Phelps? Because I am. And because we are one. I mean, everything I do, my husband involved with it. So when I do introduce myself, I introduce myself as the wife. I introduce myself as the provoker. I introduce myself as the mother and the business owner. Those are the sides of me that are most dominant: the provoker, the wife, the mother, the business owner, all of those good things, great things that come along with me being who I am, Lady LaRonna Phelps. So I always include that in my intro. But something I got to tell y'all, I appreciate every encouraging word. I appreciate everything, every concern. When I do take a rest, when I do take a moment, my rest is never a retreat. I need you to put it in the chat. Come on, somebody. Just because I rest, or even when I retreat, even when I go for a moment to steal away, it's never a surrender. It's never a give up. I need about 10 crazy provokers. I'm talking about 10 crazy provokers where it go all the way down. I know we say to my soul or to my heart. I'm going to say something else. Well, it go all the way down to my bones. It's in my bone marrow. Listen to what I'm getting ready to say. There is not a give up bone in my body. I need about 10 provokers. That's it. I need about 10 people to drop in this chat. There is not a give up bone in my body. I cannot, even when my mind want to give up, my bones rattle. Like, girl, get up. What's going on? Something happened years ago when I first started doing my provoking moments, when I first sat on the live Nene and I broke away from what people thought. When I broke away, forget people. Because most of us get stopped with our own mind. When I got past this, because this will play tricks on you. This will go back and forth. It was something that happened to me once I got past this. Once I got past my own criticism. Once I got past my own talking myself out of it 99 times a day. There's not a give up bone in my body. Whenever I decide to rest, whenever I decide to retreat, my retreat and my rest is not a surrender. I need you to put in the chat, my retreat and my rest is not a surrender. There is not a give. I made up in my mind, God, when you get me out of this, I will never, let me tell y'all something y'all don't have to worry about with the provoker. I'll never go back. I need you to flood the chat if that's your confession on today. I will never, come on somebody, I'm getting real hyped up. I will never go back. There is not one bone in my body that say I'm getting ready to give up. I have graduated. I'm not retaking that test. Y'all don't ever have to worry about me shutting up again. I said it. I said, you never have to worry about me shutting up again. I understand. And I need you to flood the chat if you understand. You never have to worry about me shutting up again. Come on, make that your confession right now. We've been talking about weird, just absolutely weird seasons. I told y'all about 4 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, my husband got up in the pulpit. My husband is Bishop Phelps. If y'all didn't catch that when I said that, I thank God. Oh, I feel like provoking it tonight. I thank God that after 2 failed marriages, one, I just was not ready for marriage. I was nobody's wife. I just wasn't ready. That man didn't do nothing to me. I was crazy as a Bixie bug, just crazy. The second marriage, that was not ordained from God. And that man was just doing whatever. But God gave me a phenomenal husband. And I thank God that I'm now in the place where I can just testify and be so transparent about my life. I can be so transparent about the road bumps, the bumpy seasons that I had in my life. So for those that don't know me, this is my 3rd marriage. And so I talk about my husband a lot because who you marry should enhance your life. Who you marry should take you to the next level. Who you marry should be able to groom you for success, groom you for your next, groom you for your pivot. Y'all don't like that word. You think he was just called a groom to be a groom? Come on, somebody. That's another provoking moment on a whole nother provoking moment on a whole nother day. But I thank God for my husband, and I thank God for him leading me and him being the voice that I need in my life right now. Every provoker, put this in the chat, every provoker, KK, needs a provoker. You gotta have somebody in your life that's able to agitate you, provoke you, and bring awareness to where you are. You can't just go through life without a provoker. Everybody needs a provoker in their life to bring awareness, to push you to your next level, to aggravate you at times, to agitate stuff out of you. I got something to say about that. So my husband in a pulpit, right? And he preaching and he talking about, before he go into the word, have you ever basically been in a place of where it's just weird? And it was something about that word where I was not able to express what I had been feeling and what I'm still feeling. Guess what? It's 3 weeks of me talking about weird seasons. And guess what, y'all? I still don't have all the answers. it still feel weird to me. I still don't know A, B, and C. I don't. I have no idea. I still haven't answered some emails. I still haven't answered some text messages. I still haven't got back to some of my assistants. I still haven't given them an answer. Why? Because I understand in weird seasons, you can make dumb choices. You can make dumb moves. And what I cannot afford to do in another weird season is be pushed to perform when I haven't had a release from God. There it is. I said what I refuse to do in this season is to be pushed, Wanda, to do something dumb. I don't know about you, but I've done enough dumb things. I've made enough dumb moves. Come on, y'all don't like this type of talk, and I understand that. I've been the girl that have been pushed to perform in weird seasons because I gotta keep up. I gotta look like I'm doing something. I gotta look like I'm productive. I gotta look like I'm pushing numbers out here. I gotta look like all of our businesses are thriving. But have you ever been in a place where the businesses wasn't necessarily thriving, where the numbers were not necessarily adding up? Have you ever been in a place where you thought you heard God say, do this, but you moved in the wrong timing and it produced a weird season? My husband started talking about, he got the microphone, y'all. And I'm sitting on the front row of the church and I'm just feeling displaced. I'm feeling like, and a lot of people in leadership, a lot of business owners, a lot of mothers, a lot of fathers, a lot of people that's moving and shaking. We love to show the success part of stuff. We love to talk about all of our wins. But when God gave me provoking moments, he gave me provoking moments and he said, Lorana, I need you to be just as transparent as if you were on the phone with a longtime friend. I have called you to provoke. I have called you to agitate. I have called you to stir up. I have called you to bring light on situations. I have called you to be transparent. And so I'm sitting there on the front row, right? And all of a sudden, my husband began to say, I know it's been a weird season. And though I am a lover of the word of God, I love reading the word, I love learning, I love it. But I was able to relate to what my husband was saying in that moment. We hadn't talked about it. I didn't tell my husband, hey, honey, I've been feeling weird lately. It's been just kind of weird to me. I'm waking up in the morning and I'm not really clear on this, on my next. I'm not clear with some things that I've been talking to God about. Have you ever been in a place where things are just not clear? Have you ever been in a place where it seems like it's foggy, where things are just not clear, they're blurry, it's foggy? Come on, talk to me in this provoking moment. As a matter of fact, I want to say it like this. Turn me up in your living room, turn me up in your car, turn me up wherever you need to turn me up. I'm going to stand up. But have you ever been in a place where things were just not clear to you? I had to stand up. Have you ever been in a place where you were just feeling straight up weird? My husband began to talk about it, and I'm sitting on the front row. And he said, I know, for some of the people in here, it feels weird. It feels like you have no answers. It feels like, God has forsaken you. He said, but one thing about a weird season, and he went into his word, but this was for me on this Sunday morning, is that God has a way of sprinkling things to let you know, sprinkling blessings to let you know that I'm still in your weird season. Now, there's a testimony associated to what I'm saying, but I can't release it right now. I'm sensitive to the timing of this testimony. But God basically showed up and sprinkled something in me and my husband's life to let me know that even in this weird season, Lorana, even in this season of being quiet, even in this season, and when I say be quiet, I'm being quiet with my moves. Come on, somebody. Because the last piece of tape that was put over my mouth, come on, finish the sentence for the provokers, was the last piece. But these weird seasons will make you make dumb moves. And I said, God, I've made enough dumb moves in my life. Nobody like to talk about that, though. We want to talk about, oh, this happened, this good thing happened, this great thing happened. But Tish, on the last provoking moment, I talked about the pressure to perform in real weird seasons, the pressure to keep up, the pressure to look productive, the pressure, Liz, of looking like you're moving and shaking. And that led me to sign a contract. I talked about it for those that was on that provoking moment of how I basically pressured my husband. That's the truth. Wives have the ability to make a certain face, or, you know, look at your husband a certain kind of way, and he do something that he know it's just not the timing of God in our household. And my husband told me, LaRonna, I'm going to support you. We can open up this boutique, but the timing is off, babe. But if this is what you want to do, I'm going to support you. I knew the timing was off, but it was this pressure on my back. Have you ever been in a place where the pressure been in your back? And the pressure on my back at the time, Valerie, was the pressure to perform. Come on, somebody. The pressure to look productive. All of my life, everything I've touched, God has been good to me. Let me tell you this. Everything, Darlene, that I've ever touched, God has always put his hand, his stamp of approval. And I believe it's because I keep my heart right towards people. I believe that no matter what nobody do to me, I'm quick to forgive. I'm quick to move on. And just because I'm out in these streets forgiving, let me be clear, it doesn't mean that we best friends after I forgave. But one thing I know is that I operate at a high level of integrity, and I keep my heart right, and I keep my hands clean. That's true about Lady LaRonna Phelps. To the day I die, that's something that's in my bones as well. I told y'all there's not a give up bone in my body where I don't operate in unforgiveness. And God has always blessed me. But I opened up this boutique because I had pressure. Not pressure from my husband, not pressure from my family, but pressure from me trying to perform in a season, trying to look productive in a season where God was simply saying, wait on me, LaRonna. Wait on me. I got you. So I end up having to turn the keys in to this boutique. I turned the keys in. I prematurely went before God. I prematurely did something that God did not tell me to do. I didn't seek him on it, though it had been prophesied to me. I see you with a clothing store, blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. Every prophecy that you get, it doesn't mean it's time to move on it or act on it right then. Every download that you get, every creative download, everything that comes from heaven, every idea that drops in your spirit, it's not meant for you to do right there, then and there. Timing is everything when it comes to making moves, especially, y'all listen to me, please listen to me, especially in a weird season. Weird seasons will make you make dumb moves. Come on, somebody. Y'all don't like this type of talking. So I end up getting this boutique, end up negotiating myself out of the boutique contract, telling these people, look, my husband has signed this contract, and he got to be able to make kingdom moves. This wasn't the time for this. And in this, I want to make sure that my husband's credit is not messed up. I know what's on his life, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I negotiate myself. God released me from the debt through the man that actually rented the space out to me. Come on, somebody. Was released from the debt. Fast forward a few years later, I'm trying to get somewhere. For those who don't know, this is your first time on Provoking Moment. Weird seasons will make you do dumb stuff. Fast forward, I get out the debt. God showed me, hey, this is what you want to do. I bless it, but it was just all about timing. I wanted those keys so bad. I posted on social media. I got the keys. Have you ever been in a place where you prematurely did something and then you had to walk through a season of shame? You had to walk through a season of embarrassment. I walked through a season of shame. I walked through a season of embarrassment. I walked through a season of saying, you know, hey, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the store open. Nice store located in the plaza by Milk and Honey off of Cascade. True story. I was never able to get the building over. Why? Because in a weird season, I felt the pressure to perform. In a weird season, transitioning out of the beauty industry, making money in the beauty industry. My husband telling me, God saying we need to open up a child care facility. I did not see the bigger picture of that at the time. I'm like, I know beauty. I know the beauty industry. I know fashion. But just because you know it, it doesn't mean Just because you know it, it doesn't mean that God has called you to it in a particular season. My season, y'all, listen, I'm getting ready to upset some people on tonight, Bree. I'm getting ready to upset some people. 20-something years in the beauty industry, I had to be able to understand that seasons were changing. God was getting ready to do something new in my life, but I was so afraid. Have you ever been in a place where you were too afraid to let go? Come on, somebody. I was so afraid to let go of what I thought my identity was tied up only in the beauty industry. I thought that I could only thrive. Listen, that's why you can't come on, y'all. You can't allow yourself to get boxed into just one thing. You need to flood the chat right now and say these words. There's so many sides to me. There are so many sides to me. As a matter of fact, you don't even know what you're capable of doing yet because you're too afraid to let go what is familiar to you. You're too afraid to let go of what is familiar to you. How do I know that? Because I was that girl. I thought that the only thing I could thrive in was the beauty industry. I'm like, okay, God, you said I'm not doing hair anymore. I'm cool with that, but I'm still going to do something with fashion and all that. And God wasn't calling me to that in that moment. I was clueless that God was getting ready to call me, Tish, to mother so many. Even as I walk, KK, and you know this, KK, up and down the walkway. Y'all listen to what Listen to what God said, Lorana, you was trying to hold on to keys and I was trying to give you a block. Some of y'all trying to hold on to stuff, and I want to go back to this boutique thing. I was trying to hold on to it. Like when I tell y'all, I'm going to jump a little bit. I'm going to go a little bit more deeper tonight. I'm going to be a little bit more transparent tonight with it. When I tell y'all that I wanted that boutique so bad that I literally started to consign different items in my closet. I'm an investor of different things. I believe that certain things that a woman invests in as far as herself, she's always able to consign. I've always purchased nice things that were consignable. Yes, and then whatever, you can fill in the blanks. But I've always purchased things that I could consign. At one time, I had Shop Your Closet. As a matter of fact, I met connections, people in ministry through Shop My Closet. I've always invested in nice things because I feel like at any given moment that I need to consign something, boom, I need to be able to do it. So I literally was consigning things in my closet to try to keep the doors open to this boutique. Listen, it's a weird season. My husband already told me he working on a total different thing. He see the vision. God has shown the head, Delissa. The head, Delissa, listen. He has shown the head, the voice, my trusted voice in my life, that we are supposed to be owners of childcare facilities. I didn't see that because it was something that I had never done before. So here I am in a weird season. I want to work what I'm familiar with. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight. I want to work with what I'm familiar with. Why? Because I know my own strength, and I really don't want to rely on the strength of a higher calling and a higher power. I really, I taught Jesus, but going into something new, it's going to require me to really rely on Jesus. I taught Jesus. Now I'm talking Jesus. I'm talking them real good, but me moving out what I know, me transitioning out of what I know, it's going to require me to really rely on the man that I be talking about. Am I ready to really walk this thing out? Am I really ready to really be walking out these scriptures that I'm quoting all the time? Am I really ready to trust in God like this? Am I really ready to walk out? Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. Am I really wanting to walk this out, or do I want to continue to operate in my own strength? Because God, what I do know is that I can get behind this chair And I know on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I can make $6,000 to $7,000. I do know that. Okay, so I trusted God. He told me in the summer camp, this is what the Lord told me. The tears started to come down my face. I don't know if I have any old clients on here, Bree on here. The tears started to come down my face because I heard the Spirit of the Lord tell me. He said, it's time to walk away. I said, oh, God, this is real weird because this is my identity. I had just buried my oldest son, Samuel. So if it was nothing else in life, I may have had 2 failed marriages. I may have failed in some areas as a teenager. I may have failed in some areas as an adult. But 2 things that I knew I was good at was a mother and a hairstylist. Woo! Have you ever been in a place when God said, I'm getting ready to change your identity. I'm getting ready to change everything you thought you knew about yourself. I'm getting ready to put you in new spaces around new people. Have you ever been in a place where you had to leave what you knew? Weird seasons, weird seasons. I'm talking about weird seasons. I'm talking about making dumb moves in weird seasons. So here I am talking to the Lord. Okay, God, this is going to require me to walk the word out. I'm comfortable. Okay, I hear you saying it's time for me to walk away from the beauty industry. I hear you saying that. I do hear you because I didn't even know who I was then. The thing about it, sometimes we get trapped in spaces and you never know who you really are. You never know why you were literally birthed out on this earth because you're too afraid to walk away from what you know. You're too afraid. I remember my mother telling me these words, and I'm going to go back to sitting in the camp. I promise you. I remember when I got ready to walk away from a relationship, and my mother told me these words. She said, Lorana, you haven't even been loved like you should be loved. You don't even know what love is. And she said, I pray you find the courage to walk away because I believe, Lorana, that when you walk away, you'll finally be loved the right way. Had I not walked away, oh my God, had I not walked away, I wouldn't be Lady Lorana Phelps. Had I not trusted God in that moment on Christmas, it was, as a matter of fact, it was November, it was Thanksgiving. And I remember sitting in the front of the salon, Lisa, crying to my mother. I said, Mama, I'm so afraid to walk away. I'm so afraid because I knew it wasn't my destiny. This man did not want to marry me, and I knew, and I'm sorry, y'all, some of y'all dreamed to have this and that and these big careers, but me as a little girl, I always dreamed of being a wife. I've always been a fairy tale girl. I always wanted to be somebody's wife. See, let me come for the devil. Let me come for the devil. If you crazy like me, if you're a provoker like me, flood the chat and say, come for the devil. Come for him, Lady Phelps. Let me come for the devil. It is nothing wrong with wanting to be a wife. It is nothing wrong with wanting to be a mother. It is nothing wrong for wanting to be led. It is nothing wrong for wanting to be covered. I wanted to be covered. That's why now my surrender is surrender, baby. My husband was saying something today. I'm like, I don't care what you want to do. You say no, it's no. I don't even care because guess what? I finally realized I'm living in my dreams as a little girl. I understand. My mama said, if you don't walk away, Lorana, my fear is you'll never be loved like you're supposed to be loved. And it's so funny because I got so tangled up. I'm going back to the summer camp. Don't you worry. I got so tangled up in dysfunction and what dysfunctional relationships were that I almost lost my marriage that I'm in now because I wasn't used to being led. Who am I talking to? And why y'all got me provoking like this tonight? Why do y'all have me provoking like this tonight? I'm hot. I got this scarf on my head. It was raining. My hair got caught in the rain. I didn't have time to curl it, so I had to tie it up. And now I'm hiding like this because I'm I'm making sure it's not too much cleavage and folks not critiquing me and screenshotting me and saying, look at her, she out here with all this cleavage and I'm hot and y'all got me provoking. I was dysfunctional. I had a dysfunctional mind. I remember when my husband called me, I was so mad and aggravated with him because I became accustomed to dysfunction. I like dysfunction. I thrived in dysfunction. Who am I talking to? I love my mama. I said it. My mama used to be on every provoking moment, so she heard me say this. God bless the queen of my life. I will forever honor her and talk about her. But I told y'all this on a provoking moment when my mother was on here because I seen my mother lead, because I seen my mother make the choices, because in my family when my mama said it, it went. Baby, what Louise said, I didn't care how many times. My mama used to say it like this, I got 99 problems, but a man ain't never been one. My mother was married several times as well, and in every marriage my mother led. My mother was the one who made the final decision. So baby, I was thrown off. Come on, put it in the chat for anybody that say they not gonna leave me out here by myself. Don't leave me out here by myself, women. I was thrown off. Somebody write it in the chat. Don't look at me crazy tonight. I said, put it in the chat. I was thrown off. Thrown off. Because I was so used to dysfunction, weird seasons, dysfunctional seasons. Come on, who am I talking to tonight? Why y'all got me here? I'm hot. Why y'all have me here tonight? Who out here doing this? Who out here has become so functionable in dysfunction that when the right ones show up, you can't even appreciate it? I almost lost my marriage. This is a true story. My husband called me. I'll never forget it. Me and my mother, it was a Saturday. Every Saturday when we got through making our money, baby, we were hanging in the streets. That's what we did. Her man was out there doing crazy stuff, and my man was too. Y'all don't like this type of talking. Oh, the first lady. Come on, first lady. Why you talking like that, first lady? Why you? It need to be some more first ladies that talk like this. Leading ladies, bosses, head of businesses. We need to tell the truth so other people can come out, so other people can overcome by our testimony. You sitting up with your snooty self, never open up your mouth, watching me on the replay, judging me, but I promise you it's more fruit from my tree that'll ever hang from yours. Okay, so I'm dysfunctional, right? I'm dysfunctional. I'm in a marriage, and now here go this phone call one Saturday, and it's my husband now, and I'm going back to the summer camp on what the Lord told me to do. Weird seasons, weird moments make you make dumb choices, Tanisha. Weird seasons, real moments is a result of you making dumb choices. That's why in this weird season, I'm not moving too fast. In this weird season, guess what, Tanisha? I still haven't answered emails. It's some emails lingering because I don't know. It's some text messages I haven't responded to because I don't know. Because I've made dumb mistakes and dumb choices because I needed to prove a point, or the pressure to perform in weird seasons. And I'm not doing it anymore to save face. I'm not doing it to look productive. I'm not doing it to keep up with the next person. I'm moving to my own drum beat. And sometimes my drum don't have rhythm. Sometimes my drum don't sound right. I'm moving to the beat of my own drums. And sometimes, y'all, provokers, sometimes my drum don't have rhythm. Like, share, tag 3 people. So I'm in this weird season. I'm in a real relationship. Blair, I love you so much. I seen your text message today. Blair, in this weird season, I'm realigning and I'm restructuring and I'm refocusing in my business. So I try to put my phone down during the day because I realized, Blair, I was spending a lot of time on the phone too. I was spending a lot of time. It's not my season to be on the phone for 2 and 3 hours because I'm restructuring. I'm refocusing. And y'all, I need to hear from God. It's a 911. I'm in a place where I gotta hear from my next move because I understand that sometimes God is talking, but we're not listening. So I'm trying to make sure he's not trying to talk to me through a song. He's not trying to talk to me through a place of worship, through a place of prayer. He's not trying to talk to me through one of the babies in the daycare. So I'm in a weird season. I'm in a relationship. I'm in a marriage. And I jumped here, but I jumped here for somebody. And I know I did. And I'm going to stay right here. And my husband called me on a Saturday, Sharita, and he asked me these words. These words made me want to get out of my marriage. Let me show you how dysfunctional I was. Because in the last 8 years of the relationship that I was in, before I got married, I never heard these words. I'm helping somebody tonight. I may not even be able to jump back to the summer camp. I know I'm helping somebody. Because for the last 8 years, I never heard these words, Tish. My husband, Bishop Phelps, asked me these words. Hey, Lorana, where are you? Where am I? Where am I? I never heard those words. Not one man in my life ever asked me something so simple, but something so triggering to me. Because what I heard was control, but it was protection. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight. I heard he trying to control. Why he asking? I ain't never had no man ask me where I'm. What you mean where I'm at? What do you mean? Where am I? I said, I'm with my mama. He said, Lorana, I ain't asked you who you was with, honey. I asked you. He didn't say honey. That's my language. He said, I asked you where you at. You told me you were getting off work 3 hours ago. Where you at? I was offended by that statement because I was used to so much dysfunction that I never had a real protector in my life. Weird seasons will make you make dumb choices. And in that moment, when I hung up the phone, I thank God for the wisdom of my mother. And she said these words. Girl, we've been in so much dysfunction. We don't know when something real show up. I don't know the last time any man in this family ever called and checked on us and seen where we were at. Weird seasons will make you make dumb choices, and dysfunctional mindsets, come on somebody, will make you turn down what God has given as a blessing. Dysfunctional mindsets, you got to be careful on that. I'm going back to the camp. Y'all pushed me there. You took me. Somebody on this live say, Lorana, Lady Phelps abandoned the whole thing she was talking about because you took me there. The person who I'm talking to tonight, you took me there. I promise you, I'm trying to get out this live because, number one, I want to snatch this scarf off my head because I am like flames are coming from the top of my head from this provoking moment. I'm sitting in the summer camp, and I hear the Spirit of the Lord say, that season is up. It's a weird season. God, this is all I know. This all I know. The only thing I've ever known since I found out I was pregnant at 14 years old, since I had my son, that's all I have known. This, my identity of being a mother. I go through, I'm stripped of that. I feel stripped. I birthed 2 sons. And now you mean to tell me I'm a mother of 1 son. I got to go through, I'm still trying to navigate through a season of trying to figure out. So weird. That's weird, right? You birth 2 sons, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you only have 1 son on this earth that you birthed. That's weird. That's something mentally that unless you've ever buried a child, you'll never understand what I'm talking about. It's still weird to me. It's still something I have to wrap just because I don't talk about it often doesn't mean it's still not a weird. I'm walking down the walkway with my granddaughter and my grandson yesterday. We're taking Avery on a walk, and my brain still had to wrap my mind. I'm literally like my brain, my mind, my soul, my body, trying to figure out how in the world am I walking by my granddaughter, but my son don't exist on this earth anymore. Weird seasons. Some weird seasons you got to be careful because the mind will play tricks on you. So I'm going through this whole thing of I'm being stripped in my identity, Bree. I'm talking about stripped in my whole identity. And now all of a sudden the Lord is saying, yeah, you getting ready to give up this whole hair thing. Now, remember I told you a lot of setbacks in my life, a lot of proving myself in my life, a lot of working hard in my life, a lot of, you know what I'm talking about, Angela, a lot of that in my life. So now the two things that I'm good at, the two things, I know I'm good. I'm great as a mother. I know that, to me, that's what I feel. I still feel like I can ace that thing. I didn't say perfect, but I know I'm a great mom. And I knew I was great at doing hair. Great. I wasn't so sure about that wife thing because I'm like, hey, I'm on my set. I've been divorced 2 times, and this third man don't even want to marry me. So I don't know. But the 2 things that I feel like I'm great in, God said, I want you to let it go. Weird season. Have you ever been in a place where God was simply saying, I need you to let some things go? Just because you know how to do it and just because you're great in it, don't mean that that's something I'm getting ready to plant you in for the rest of your life. He said, I need you to go. I need you to, this it, surrender it to me. Close down the shop. I just say, I can't do it. Clientele dwindling down. Come on, God began to dry it up anyway. He like, hey, you won't listen to me? I'm going to dry the whole thing up. I'm going to dry it all up. I'm going to make it uncomfortable for you because you won't listen to me, because you won't do what I'm calling you to do. I've called you to provoke. I've called you to walk beside your husband. I've called you to this child care center. I've called you to many children. I'm telling you what I'm trying to do in your life, but you want to hold on to the weird things in weird seasons. I didn't tell you to hold on to that man. I didn't tell you to hold on to grief. And that's why I fight so hard now, because I've been healed before in this area, and I know God is going to do it again. And that's why I get up every day, wiping tears from my eyes when I have to, bleeding on the inside, my heart aching, my arm aching. I know why my arm aching. I already been diagnosed before with a broken heart, so I understand the season I'm in. But what I do also understand that there is not a give up bone in my body. I refuse on my worst day. I'm still not giving up. Come on and flood the chat and say that, y'all. I might have to finish this provoking moment on Thursday. Weird season. I'm in the camp, and I hear the Lord saying, that's it. I hear the Lord saying, Miss Tamaya, I sent out a letter. I believe it was Tish. It was either Tish. I don't know who I got to proofread that letter to make sure all of my I's were dotted, all my T's was crossed, Tiana, because I was like, God, I know I hear you. I know if I've never heard you before, I know you're telling me it's time to walk away. I walked away from the beauty industry, and then I had the nerve to try to dibble and dabble in it instead of putting my hand on the vision of what the Lord has shown my husband. So I turned in the keys to the salon. I turned in the keys to a boutique. The boutique was not thriving. I'm not trying to paint a picture. It never got open. I'm not trying to paint something that's not true. It never got open because I was making dumb decisions in weird seasons just because I could do it, just because it was a part of my identity. We're turning the keys to the salon, turning the keys to the boutique, and I put my hand on the vision. I turned in keys, and God gave me a block. Y'all don't hear me. Nobody catching it. Nobody catching it. I left who didn't want to marry me, who said, why you want to get married again anyway? You've been married 2 times. Like, marriage, it ain't even no big deal. Why you want to do that? Don't you let people be out here all in your head messing you up because of what God showed you about you when you was a little girl. Oh, who am I talking to? I always wanted to be a wife. I enjoy being a wife. I love being my husband's wife. I love looking at him. I love loving him. I love it with my entire soul. He is my hero. He is literally like when I tell you, I told my sister to mirror this. I said, I can't imagine life without my husband. I can't even believe that I was maneuvering in life without him. I can't believe that I lived this many years on this earth without this man. I thank God for his protection. I thank God for his guidance. I thank God for who he is in my life. And I almost let somebody convince me in a weird season. I almost let somebody convince me that I was not wife worthy again in a weird season. Weird seasons. Y'all, weird seasons will make you make dumb decisions, Lisa. God said, I'm trying to give you something so much bigger than what you're used to. And so that's why in this weird season of and when I tell y'all what it is that's been real weird to me, I'm not releasing it right now. What's been real weird, I took my husband somewhere a couple weeks ago. And this is, I knew if I pressured him, he'll say, LaRonna, go ahead and do it. I know it. I know. And not pressuring him, like bugging him, like if I say, honey, I'm really feeling good about this. I think this is it. He'll say, go ahead and do it. But now I know him enough to know that if he didn't come directly back to me, Amber, and tell me that this was it, it ain't it. It ain't it. So in this weird season of me trying to understand what God is doing, it's causing me to have to sit still. I'm not worried. I was mad at myself. And I want to clear this up for the ladies that attend my church, because I never want to offend great efforts. I love it. But I really didn't want to do anything in this weird season for Mother's Day. Meaning I didn't want to do a function at our church. I didn't pressure the need to preach, but I fell into that pressure again. I fell into all the other first ladies putting up flyers. So let me get in my little flower bed and take a picture. And I felt that pressure of, we got to have a graphic. I felt that pressure of, yeah, let them do an event. When I didn't, it was my season to recover. You got to understand your recovery seasons. And you cannot be pushed. Y'all, come on. Stop letting people push you to perform in seasons where God is saying, wait a minute. You're in your recovery season. Wait a minute. You're in your waiting season. Wait a minute. You're in your season of getting instructions. Wait a minute. We're not making no more dumb decisions. Some seasons are seasons where God is trying to get you to re-strategize. Some seasons are recovery seasons where he's trying to repair the broken pieces, repair your heart. And then we get pushed to perform in seasons where God said, wait a minute. Wait. I did not tell you to do that. We're talking about weird seasons and provoking moments with Lady LaRonna Phelps. I'm nowhere near finished. I didn't even get to what I'm supposed to be talking about tonight. But I promise you that next Tuesday, I'll be right back here, because there's not a give up bone in my body. When I say all the way down to my bone marrow, I never give up again. I promise you these words, that I will provoke until the last breath in my body. I know I got something for the people, and I know my transparency and this platform was built to pull you out. I pray that you navigate well in your weird season. I pray that if this message is for you on tonight, and that you found yourself in a season of just not knowing. I told you it's all started when I hit this Facebook Live, or when I looked at the camera for about 6 or 7 minutes. It may have been 9 minutes. Don't go back. Oh, she a liar. She said 6 minutes and it's 9 minutes for those who always looking for something. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever minutes it was that I sat at this camera and I said, God, I don't know what to say. As a matter of fact, God, I don't even understand this season right now. God said, go anyway. Go. Just go, Lorana. Those were the words that I heard so clearly. Just go. Just push the live. You don't have to necessarily know A, B, and C. I got you. I'm in a season of being carried by God. But what I refuse to do is stop. What I refuse to do is be quiet. I pray that if you're in a weird season right now, that you just sit still. If God says sit still, you're probably saying, well, you're contradicting yourself. No, I'm not contradicting myself, because my goal is not laying in that bed. My goal is still showing up where I need to be. My goal is still making sure I'm handling my business, but I'm not making no new moves right now. I'm not forcing myself to make decisions right now until I totally know that God said yes. Be careful in weird seasons with the pressure to perform for people, because that's all it is. The pressure to be relevant in a moment. Some seasons it's just a shh, shh, shh. Listen to what God is trying to say. Shh. Lorana, and I'm telling you, that thing mental. Y'all listen to me tonight. That thing, especially in a position like mine. Oh, you're not doing nothing. You too quiet. No. No. You're not doing nothing. You need to come up with something. Do something. Come up. No. We're waiting on our next instructions from God. I need instructions. I need instructions. If that's your testimony tonight, put it in the chat. I need some I need to know. When I say I need to know, and so in the meantime, what do? First Lady France, I work what I know. I know God called me to New Faith Early Learning Center. I know God called me to New Faith Christian Church. I know God called me to my husband. I know God called me to my children and my grandchildren. I know I'm going to work what I know. I'm going to work what I know because I'm not making no more dumb moves. That's going to cost me y'all, let's be real. Let's be real. I wasted so much money in my household. Do you know those thousands of dollars that I put into that boutique could have been money put in our child care center, and my husband would not have had to sell his car, a car that he loved, to open up our child care center, to get the furniture for our child care center, because I didn't. I was. Let me just be real, because I'm being too nice. Because God, that don't look right. Well, what you mean I'm coming out of the beauty industry? What you talking about, God? What you mean I'm leaving this glamorous profession to change diapers? That's what you saying? Y'all don't like this type of talking, because it was out my image. What? You mean to tell me I'm getting ready to go in the daycare and change diapers? But God was setting me up for something so big. When I walk around, I'm so proud. When I tell you, when I walk through the facility on today, I'm like, wow, I didn't know my own strength. I thought that my thriving space was only in the beauty industry. Wow, God. You mean to tell me all of that was locked on the inside of me? You mean to tell me I took a profession that I never knew about? It wasn't passed down to me from nothing to nobody? You mean to tell me that I actually am dominating in something that I never knew of? Not in a million. You mean to tell me that, God? So I'm restructuring, I'm refocusing, and I'm working what I'm sure of, because I'm not making any more dumb moves in a weird season because I feel the pressure to perform for people. It may be some seasons where I just be quiet and listen to the voice of God on my next. But one thing I know about God, every time I get a download, Sophie, from him, it blows up. When God said, Lorana, provoke the people and have a provoke conference, I heard him. It was clear. When I ran down those stairs and my husband was in the kitchen, and I told my husband what God told me, he didn't flinch. I didn't know how I was going to pay for it, but the first $10,000 check, my husband wrote it. And he said, go. I believe what God told you. So when I run to my husband again and I say God said, I want to be walking in truth. Every time I say God said, I'm not moving in a weird season because of the pressure to perform. All those years, Sophie, everybody, and I'm being honest, y'all, everybody that I was with while I was in the beauty industry, especially when I blew up, I was just that girl, Sharita, and still is. Let me be clear, like real clear. Every person that I was with in the beauty industry tried to talk me into getting a salon. But when I blew up, and then that was one reason that marriage was not an option. And it's probably a reason why he didn't want to marry me, because he was like, you need to open up your own salon. You're making too much money. Why you want to open up your own? I said, I'll never leave my mom. The only way I ever leave her, that's the lady who taught me how to do hair. That's the lady who poured into me. I would have never been the beast that I was and still is. Still could run y'all up under the table. Still is that girl. Still is that girl. I would have never been who I was or am in beauty if it wasn't for my mother. You're not getting ready to get me to cross my mom. I don't care how weird this is to me. Yeah, I feel like a boss. Yeah, I feel like I could open up my own. I don't care how weird and uncomfortable. And I told y'all on the live, some seasons I felt overlooked. I did. I was the closest thing to my mom. I was the one making moves in the shop, doing stuff, handling business, opening the doors, closing the doors. I was that girl. I worked my mother's business. I worked it till she closed it. I worked it and I served well as if it was mine. I had the privileges of if it was mine, but I never carried the burden, the financial burden of it. And so in a relationship, people was telling me, leave your mom, blah, 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 blah. And that last relationship, he was so aggravated. But she taught me everything I knew. And I knew my blessing was tied into my mom. I knew that my next level and everything, those thousands of dollars that I was making, that came from me being up under my mom. That came from me being second in command. I wasn't called. And it's so crazy because people don't like this type of talk. I'm offending people because you're making moves in your weird season that you should not be making. You shouldn't. You don't let people talk you out of coverings. Don't let people talk you out of being covered. It's not manipulation. It's a true story. People, this is a true story. This real. Who on here? April, Kenya, Audrey, Faith, Sonny. Yeah, Sonny, you used to sit in my chair. Like, this real. This a true story. I knew that my blessings was tied to my mom. I knew that. So I wasn't getting ready to just be running out in these streets in a weird season. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. But I'm not running out in these streets being uncovered in this weird season. I'm going to sit right here until she released me. And when she released me, I came straight up out of the beauty industry. I wasn't after 20-something years of doing hair. 20-something years of making thousands of dollars. Thousands. I'm not sitting out here flexing and lying like folks be doing. I am great with customer service. I know how to serve. I know how to serve people in business. I know what it is to smile and to make and to know your name, your dog name. I'm talking about everything about you. I studied people. I understood. You want to grow your business? Here you go. It's a boss Christian chick moment. Perfect your customer service. People love to feel seen and heard. Perfect your customer service. Hear people. When they pick their child up from my child care center, I say, hey, Mom, how are you? Oh, I just came from the hospital with my mom. I heard you. I took a mental note. It's like a computer. Next time I see your face, how's mom doing? I've been praying for her. That's the truth, because right when I took that mental note, that night when I say my prayers, I'm praying for that parent. Customer service, I see you, I heard you. That y'all business is not growing. This provoking moment. It's a provoking moment. You don't want to hear your business not growing because your attitude stink in your weird season. You nasty. You mean. It's not your gift that's going to get you there. It's your customer service that's going to get you there. It's not your product that's going to get you there. I'm telling y'all what I know. I grew our child care center by great customer service. I don't care how many degrees and all this stuff that those teachers have. If you don't have great customer service, you can't be there with me. You can't be on my team. I'm big. When I say big on customer service, I'm talking about big. All the way around. That's everything you do. It applies to church, ministry, marketplace, friendships, great customer service. I know how to serve people with a great personality and a great attitude. Great customer service. That's one-on-one. That's a business tip I just gave y'all. Listen, I'm getting ready to get off this provoking moment. I'm going to stop it abruptly just like this. I'm just going to stop it. My blessing was tied into my mother. My blessing is now tied into my husband. I will serve my husband vision until the day I die. That's why I'm very, I want to cry. That's why I'm very heavy in this season on hearing from God. He has released me to do ministry. He's released me to travel and to preach the gospel. He has released me to provoke. Anything I ask my husband I want to do, he's going to allow me to do it. If anything concerning business and all of that. But I don't even take dumb stuff to him because I've matured so much. And I want to be in the will of God. And I know just as I was called to my mother to serve her vision, I'm called to my husband to serve the vision of our household. It's a weird season because there's some things that I got before God and I need some answers. And in this season, I'm not getting ready to make another dumb move until I hear from God. No more wasted money. No more wasted time. Come on, no more wasted energy. You know how much energy, Sharita, I put into that business that I never opened the doors to? And then God showed me, I bless what you want to do. I did the online boutique, made over $10,000 in one day. It wasn't even 2 hours. That stuff sold out like shh. And then I was getting ready to ship some packages on the next round. And the Shayland to tell you this to be the truth. I said, you know what? I don't want to do this. Because passion started to call me and pull me. I love ministry. I love serving at the daycare. I love loving on those children, loving on the parents. I love what I do. I had 2 years of not really being in the daycare because I shut down everything to serve my mother in her sickness. So I was kind of tapped out. I was there, but I wasn't there. And being back at the daycare, once again, has saved my life. Weird seasons. We'll talk some more on Thursday. Well, no, Tuesday. Today is Thursday. I missed Tuesday because the mother of nature was mothering. So I needed some rest. I love y'all so much. I want to thank you for being on this provoking moment. Listen, provokers, I need to see y'all at New Faith Christian Church on Sunday. Come stop by. Pull up on your girl. Pull up on me. What's the date? Sunday. First Lady friends, what's no more wasted money time, none of that. What's the date Sunday, y'all? Dr. Lady Chappelle, my girl, them babies give you life. You hear me? Those babies saved my life. Something that I did not want to do. I just didn't see how God calling me from the beauty industry all the way over to child care. It is just something not going right, God. This don't make sense. When I tell you those babies, all 100 and something of them have saved my life. I love them so much and I look forward. I'm so glad to be back in position. What's Sunday's date? Somebody give it to me. Give it to me. Y'all hurry up because I told y'all it's like flames coming from my head. I'm so hot. I don't know what to do, but I got caught in the rain. What's June? Oh! It's June the 1st. Guess what? It's the kickoff of my birthday on Sunday. Y'all need to be pulling up on me on Sunday. Come see me at New Faith Christian Church. Take a picture with me. What I would love from you all for my birthday, Provokers this year, is for y'all to pull up on me. Come see me at church every Sunday in June. Come on Sundays. Come on Sundays. Or prayer on Monday nights. But prayer on Monday nights like I be praying. So don't come bugging me on Monday night. Because on Monday night, I told y'all I need some instructions from God. But pull up on me on Sunday. Every Sunday in June. If you're a provoker and you love me, pull up on me every Sunday in June. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm looking for y'all. You say you love me, I need to see you. I need to see you at New Faith Christian Church. Yes, I'm saying it. I'm asking. Come on, y'all. I want to see y'all. So Sunday, I need to be real cute. It is the kickoff for my birthday. My birthday is June the 12th. And God, I thank you. I made it to another birthday. Whew. Birthdays are becoming more and more special to me because they're not guaranteed. So I'm thankful. So I'll see y'all. I want money. Let me tell y'all what I want for my birthday. Money. I want a Cash App, a Zelle, and for y'all to pull up on me. That's what I want for my birthday. Don't buy me a Bible. I don't want your favorite inspirational book. I do not want it. I'm just being very honest with you. Don't buy me no shoes and don't buy me no clothes. All I want for my birthday this year is money, Cash App, Zelle. Don't buy me no perfume. I have every perfume it is from my husband. Don't buy me no jewelry. Don't buy me no dress. Don't buy me no shoes. Y'all, are y'all listening? I just want to know, are y'all listening? I do not want no, I don't want no dress. I don't want no shoes. I don't want you to say, oh, First Lady likes scarves. Let me buy a scarf. Don't buy me no scarf. Don't buy me nothing. I'm making it easy for you. I want some money, a Cash App, or a Zelle. You can put some money in my hands. I don't want nothing. I don't want you to get my hair done. I don't want a spa day. I don't want no massage. I don't want no trip. I don't want a party. I don't even want a birthday cake. I hope some people listening to me. I don't want a party. I don't want a birthday cake. I don't want no roses. I don't want no flyer. I don't even have to go on a flyer. Y'all don't even have to put me on a flyer. I'll post just me standing in that child care center with the babies because I'm so glad to be back. So listen to what I'm saying. Oh, they jumping off. Now you gonna eat all year long. Look how they do me. Y'all see how they doing me. You eat all year long. I come on, I'm faithful. But I'm not worried about my birthday gift. I'm asking for what I want. I want money. I don't want a massage. I don't want a spa. I don't want a pedicure. I don't want a manicure. Money, Zelle, Cash App. And I want you to show up at New Faith Christian Church. I want to see you. I want to take pictures. So this is what I'm going to do. First Lady Fran said, period. Yes, period. This is what I'm going to do. If you showing up for my birthday and you say, I came to show up for your birthday, Lady Phyllis, I'm going to take a picture with everybody that came to show up for my birthday individually, and I'm going to post you. And I'm going to say, thank you for showing up for my birthday. So every Sunday in June, I'm celebrating my birthday with whoever show up. You show up, we taking our picture, and that's my celebration. I just want to test it out. I want to test and see what it is. I do. Real, recognize real. I just want to see what it is. So that's what I want for my birthday. Again, and please no inspirational journals or nothing. I don't want a journal. And don't get mad if you've given me a journal. I thank God for every journal I ever have gotten, but I promise I have like 39 journals. And I just don't have room for another journal. But there's some things I want to treat myself to, and I know what I already wrote for my birthday. Now, if you want to get one of them items, like you said, Lady Phyllis, I want to slide my American Express card. Let's go. Come on, because it's about 3 things that I really want. So that's it. But I named what I want from everybody else, but it's 3 things that I want to buy me for my birthday. No cake. I don't even need a cake. I don't need no balloons. I don't want no flowers. I don't want none of that. I don't want a dress. I don't want none of that. I'm just telling y'all, that's what I want. Oh, I don't have to unwrap a gift. I'm cracking myself up. Weird seasons, y'all. I love y'all. Oh my God, Sunday is June the 1st. It's time for me to celebrate. Celebrate life. I love y'all so much. I'll see y'all Tuesday. Well, I'll see some of y'all Sunday because y'all coming to take pictures with me. So after church, I greet people. So you have to come up to me. And don't let nobody tell you that you can't come up to me. I'll be standing in the front at my seat. I do have enough journals. I don't even want a gift card. I don't want gift cards either. I have a stack of gift cards that I'm thankful for. I love gift cards, but I don't even want a gift card. I told y'all what I want. I love y'all so much. God bless you. I'll see you on Tuesday night, and I'll see some of you all Sunday at 396 Eagles Landing Parkway in Stockbridge, Georgia. Come celebrate with me as I celebrate the next 12 days of June, but I'm celebrating all June, but the next 12 days. My birthday is on June the 12th. God bless you all. I love you.